Hi friends, welcome back to my channel 365 IT Pros. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about Copilot Studio for Dataverse in Teams. Copilot Studio for Teams let customer build conversational bot right within the team user interface. Now before we deep dive into Copilot Studio for Teams, let's first understand what are different ways to get access to Copilot Studio. There are three ways to get access to Copilot Studio. Copilot Studio for Teams plan, Copilot Studio as a standalone studio subscription, and other subscription that can include Copilot Studio as an add-on. Copilot Studio for Microsoft Teams is what we are going to talk about today and how it is different from other two subscriptions. With Copilot Studio for Teams, you can build custom copilots right within Team interface using data stored in Microsoft Dataverse for Teams and some other data sources by connecting with standard connectors. The question is, how do I get access to Copilot Studio in Teams? Copilot Studio in Teams is available with selected Microsoft 365 and Power Platform subscription. Standalone Copilot Studio subscription is where you can build custom Copilot on any supported channel and connect to any data source using standard and premium connectors. Other subscription is where you can add Copilot Studio service as a chat add-on. Example, Dynamics 365 customer service. Now, let's look at how Copilot Studio for Microsoft Teams is different from other Copilot Studio subscription. Definitely, it's going to have less features and capabilities compared to standalone subscription. Here are the key capabilities and difference between Copilot Studio for Teams and other standalone subscription. To start with, Gen AI enabled conversation is not available in Copilot Studio for Teams. You will not be able to orchestrate Copilot Studio topics or action using generative AI, which is available in standalone subscription. Power Platform connectors, only standard connectors are available in Copilot Studio for Teams, whereas both standard and premium connectors are available in standalone subscription. Supported channels, you can only share your bot in Microsoft Teams channel with users who are member of Teams. However, you can use Teams and any other supported channel in Copilot Studio standalone subscription. Power Automate flows are not available in theme plan, but it is available. You can create your own custom Power Automate and call it as an action in Copilot Studio standalone subscription. Web security. Secure access is by default enabled on Copilot Studio for Teams. You do not need to generate direct line secret. However, with standalone subscription, you can generate direct line secrets to make your copilots more secure. You can turn on and off the web security in standalone subscription. You cannot create a copilot, or I would say custom copilot with Copilot. However, with standalone subscription, you can write a description and then your Copilot creates a custom Copilot for you using AI. Integration with Microsoft Bot Framework, using Microsoft Bot Framework skills and using Copilot Studio custom topic as a skills is not available in Teams plan, but you can do that with Copilot Studio standalone subscription. And last one, handing off to live agent is not available in Teams, but you can have a trigger to hand off to live agent in standalone subscription. These are some of the key features or capabilities I wanted to highlight. Now let's deep dive into Copilot Studio for Teams. I will log into my team and will show you how you can build a Copilot or custom Copilot right within Teams user interface. I am into my Microsoft Teams environment. In order to create a new Copilot Studio bot in Teams, first we need to add Microsoft Copilot Studio app in Teams. Go to apps, search for Copilot, look for Copilot Studio app, add. Once you have the Copilot Studio app ready, you can click on Start Now to create a new Copilot for Microsoft Teams. This will take a moment to load your teams. Once all the teams are available which you are member or owner of, you can select a particular team and click Continue. Now, this might take few minutes to get the things ready. You will see this notification that the process will slightly longer than usual. We can close this and continue, and then wait for a few minutes for Teams to notify you that your Copilot is ready. You will get notification in email as well as an activity. Here is a sample notification that tells my Copilot Studio environment is ready for demo team. I can go either to Copilots to build a new Copilot for demo team, or I can go to Copilot Studio app and build a new Copilot. I can go to Copilots. I'll select the demo team. I'll click on new Copilot. It's going to create an authoring canvas to start building a new Copilot. I can provide the name of the Copilot and I can select an icon. As I said before, you do not see an option to use AI to create a Copilot in Copilot Studio when you are using Teams plan. Also, you can see a banner here which is asking you to upgrade your Copilot to a standalone subscription to use additional features. Now for this particular video, I have already created a bot called Event Contact for intranet team. I'll show you what this bot does and what all features I have used. I'll click on Event Contacts Copilot, which is a Copilot for Teams called intranet teams. This might take few minutes to load an authoring canvas to edit and update your Copilot. Now you can see here that this particular Copilot Event Contacts belongs to a team called intranet team. On the left side, you will see an option to create or edit new topics. You will see entities. You might find this UI familiar with the standalone subscription UI if you have created a classic Copilot in standalone subscription. Under topics, you will have a system generated topics, custom topics, and sample topics created by Copilot. I have created a topics called Event Contact. Under this topic, I have option to trigger this topic using these phrases. I can further add new phrases by clicking on Trigger Phrases. Also, you can add nodes to ask question, call an action, to call a Power Automate for Dataverse in Teams, to show message, and to redirect to another topic. Like any other Copilot Studio bot, you can also use variables, system variables, or you can create your own variables to store the values. I have used an option to ask question with a type of multiple choice. You can build condition, and then you can add the topic. I use custom variable to store user response. This particular topic answers me the event contact name for a selected country. I can save the changes, or I can go back to previous screen to topics. Once my topic is saved, I can test the topic using the test bot option. I can type in hi. I will say I want to know event contacts. It will ask me to select country. I'll say Canada. And based on the selected country, it will respond with a contact for that particular country. Let me go back to topic and show you how we can integrate Dataverse for Teams in topic. I have already created a topic called Sales Project Team. Now Sales Project Team calls and Power Automate to get the data from Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. I'm calling in Power Automate flow to get the sales team detail from Microsoft Dataverse for Teams table. Before we start creating topic, we need to create a table in Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. In order to create a table for Microsoft Dataverse for Teams, we'll have to go to Power Apps application. Once you go to Power Apps application, you can go to Home, go to Build, select the theme for which you want to create a Dataverse for Teams. Remember, this has to be same teams where you are creating your bot. So in this case, we are creating internet teams. We can create on See All, and it will now show me a solution components for this particular Power App solution. I'll go to table, select create new table. This is same as any other table that you create in Power Apps or Dataverse. So I have created a sales team. This table has one column called name and another column called email address for sales team. After creating tables, I'll return back to Copilot Studio app. I'll go to my Copilot, which I am creating. I click on Edit. Go to Topics. Now I have a topic called Sales Project Team, which gets triggered with these phrases. Have added a node called Call and Action, and I'm going to create a Power Automate flow. There are a few ready templates available to create a Power Automate for Copilot Studio. You might see old names like Power Virtual Agents instead of Copilot Studio. This is the base template where it has one input trigger and then one output trigger. So it gets the input from Power Virtual Agents and then it returns value to Power Virtual Agent. I've used this particular template to create a Power Automate flow. Once you are done creating a Power Automate flow, you can close this window and return to a screen to use this Power Automate in your Copilot Studio. I'll quickly show you how I have created this particular flow. You can click on View Flow Details. It will open a flow in edit mode to make changes to the flow. This particular flow lists rows from sales team table, which I have created few minutes ago in Power Automate Power Web's Dataverse for Teams. Once I have all the sales team member information, I am passing that information back to my Copilot as a string. I will close this screen. The output of this Power Automate is stored in a variable called contact data, and then I'm showing that contact data right in the Copilot Studio as a message. Now let's test this bot to get the sales team information. All right, I'm again going to start the conversation with bot. I'm going to ask sales team. Now you can see on right side of the screen, it has triggered this topic and get the information from Microsoft Dataverse table. When the Copilot is tested and ready, you need to publish it so that user can interact with it. Select Publish option from the left side menu, go to Publish, and it will open a Publish panel. You must republish your Copilot anytime after you edit it if you want user to be able to access the latest content. The first time you publish a Copilot, only members of teams that the Copilot is associated with can access it. You can direct the team members to the Copilot by providing them with a link or by adding the Copilot to the Build by Your Colleagues section in Microsoft Teams. If the Copilot is for whole organization, you will submit it for review by Teams admin. After it has been approved, the Copilot will be accessible to all users and will be available in the Build by Your Org section in Teams. Here I am logged in with a user called Amy Adams. Amy is a part of a team called Intranet Team where I have published my custom Copilot. Amy can start a new conversation with bot by calling bot @event contacts, and then she can type a prompt, let's say sales team, and post the conversation to start chat. Here you can see a list of sales team members. This is how you can create a Copilot Studio bot in Microsoft Teams using Microsoft Copilot Studio apps and Dataverse for Teams. This allows employees to have personalized experience that simplifies how employees can get the information. Microsoft Copilot Studio and Microsoft Dataverse together can create intelligent copilots quickly to respond to employee need without building high code solution. I hope you like content of this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.